You need to stop what you're doing right now and do exactly what I say in this video so you can get ahead of your competition. You can do these things right now to become a whole new football player. But if you want to keep on getting called garbage at football and keep on getting ran over or keep on getting dominated by a whole nother man on the other side of this field, man, please click off the video. This video is only for the ones who want to be the best version of themselves on the field. If that doesn't resonate with you, then please leave. All right, now that we don't got the players that don't care if they suck on the field, now we can talk about things that we can do in this moment right now to get even more ahead than we already are on the football field. Wasting no time, because I know y'all got busy things. Y'all got somebody y'all gotta destroy. Y'all got a training session y'all gotta go to. So getting straight into it, the first thing you can do in this moment right now to become a better football player is to actually believe that you are good at football. Now, recently I had a dude in the community who came to me and he was talking about, oh, I didn't have such of a good practice. I dropped a couple footballs or whatnot. And he was like, is there any way I can come back stronger for next practice? And I told him, like, you got to just shift your mindset. It doesn't matter if it's cold. It doesn't matter if the QB underthrew you or overthrew you. If the ball is going to you and you're able to put your fingers on it, you got to catch it. And if you drop it, it's no excuses. You got to catch it. Receivers, it's our job to catch the football. So if it's cold outside, if it's hot outside, if the ball has water on it, if it's a contested catch, if it's an open catch, it doesn't matter. Our job is to catch the football. And every time that ball leaves the air, we got to know that it's ours and it's nobody else's. And I'm going to do everything in my power to catch that football. I told him that, and he came back and told me the next practice, he said he won every single one-on-one. He said he caught every single football. And he did that because he believed in himself, because he believed that he could catch every football, because he believed that he could dominate anybody that's guarding him. Whether if he's open or whether it's a contested catch, he believed that he could do what he wanted to do and succeed. That's just one story I have with my community. I have a whole bunch of other stories, and I have stories from my personal experience from just learning how to believe in yourself. Because believing in yourself in this moment will set you up in the next moment to believe in yourself. And as the more you believe in yourself, the more opportunities you will get to show how good you are in that field. And the more your belief will keep on getting bigger. So if you believe in yourself, like you barely believe in yourself right here, you keep on amplifying that and you keep on telling yourself that you believe in yourself and you keep on really feeling that you are a good football player, every day is going up. Every day is going up. So keep on going, okay? And the second thing you can do after believing in yourself to become a better football player right now is to take note of exactly why you want to be a better football player. Be very mindful of why is it that you're playing football and why do you want to get better? Is it because you want to provide a better life for your family? You want to be able to make it to the NFL and your family doesn't have to worry about paying for things? Or do you just want the lifestyle? Or is it just so fun to you? Or you want to be super free in life? You want to have the freedom to do whatever while playing the sport you love? Or is it that you just love hitting people? Whatever it is, always be mindful of that, because whenever those days come where you don't feel like working out, where you don't feel like going to practice, that's what your backbone is. That's where your heart's at, and that's what you'll lean on to get you through those days that are hard. Is that why are you actually doing this? Is it so you can provide for your mom that has sacrificed so much for you, for your parents, so that you can give your siblings a better life in the future? Ask yourself what it is and be mindful of that every time you feel like you don't want to go work out. You feel like you don't want to go train, you don't want to go to practice, you don't want to go hard, you want to take a playoff. Think of that. It doesn't have to be poverty, it doesn't have to be what your life is. Something could have happened, like if a girl broke your heart and you just want to go on the field and prove her wrong, or if she said you suck at football, if anybody is telling you that you suck at football, remember all of these things. Remember everything and use that as something that you can lean on whenever those days come where you don't feel like playing, where you don't feel like practicing. Because if you lean on those on the days you don't feel like practicing, I guarantee you're going to practice and you're going to have one of the best practices of your life, or one of the best games of your life. I guarantee it, because I've done that so many times. And the third thing that you can do right now to become a better football player instantly is to understand what this NFL strength and conditioning coach Mark Asanovich has to say about what makes the player the best on the field. I've mentioned this strength and conditioning coach in a number of my videos. He taught me the right way to lift weights, how to actually train for football, and that he really opened my eyes and changed my perspective on lifting weights, because in high school we think squats and Olympic lifts are the best things to do, and I have videos talking about this. I'm not going to go too in depth about it, but one thing he says is the number one thing that makes a player the best on the field, that makes a player the most explosive on the field, the number one thing that determines that is the player's will. The player's will to go do it. The player's will to make that play in that very moment. And I talked about this in my How to Become Super Explosive video. I talk about this. I know I just said this one thing determines how good you are, but then after you determine that you have will on that field, you know that that's not a problem, that in that exact moment that you want to make the best play possible. Once you know that, then whenever you're training, whenever you're getting better at football, you need to ask yourself these three things. And this is all relative to your competition. Are you strong? Are you skilled? Are you smart? Whenever you're training, whenever you're working out, are you checking one of those boxes off? Are you answering one of those questions? Are you getting stronger? Are you getting more skilled? And are you getting smarter? Ask yourself that. Anytime you're really doing anything throughout your life, are you getting stronger so you can get better at football, so you can get more explosive? Are you getting smarter so you can know the tendencies of the people you're about to play against? And are you getting more skilled? Are you hitting that field and really refining your technique and mastering your technique and mastering the art of football? Your will is what makes you the best football player in the moment. You can be strong, skilled, and smart, but if you don't have will, there's no point of even getting those three things. Become stronger, become smarter, become more skilled, and then whenever you're on that field, let your will take over. And this fourth thing that can make you a better football player right now can be a little controversial, but let me explain. And it's play towards your strength and put less emphasis on your weaknesses. And what I mean by that is, when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you think of getting outside the pocket and making big plays happen with his arm, making sidearm throws, making no-look throws. When you think of Saquon Barkley, you just think of he's breaking tackles, he's juking dudes, he's hurdling dudes. Whenever you think of Josh Allen, it's kind of mixed about what I just said about Mahomes and Saquon Barkley. When you think of Lamar Jackson, how he's just the fastest quarterback in the world. He's not the biggest quarterback like Josh Allen, but you can't tackle him because he's fast and he'll juke you. And notice how all of these players I just named, everybody knows them for those couple traits that I just described. There is something that you are naturally good at on the field. If you're a receiver, it could be your hands, it could be your shiftiness, it could be your speed like Tyreek Hill. You're a DB, it could be your press. You could be a tall DB and have long arms like Sauce Gardner. You can be like Derek Stingley, just a ball hawk. You gotta know what your strength is and you gotta be known for it. A lot of times whenever we're working out, whenever we're training and we're hitting the field, more often than not, we're doing the things that we're trash at. We're practicing the things that we're bad at. And that's not a problem at all. We want to get better at the things we're bad at. We can get too caught up into doing the things that we're bad at, and we forget how good we are at something else. We forget how natural we are at something else. So whenever you're on that field or whenever you're practicing anything, I want you to master what you're already good at. What you're already good at, get even better at it. Get even better at what you are already good at. Because then all the superstar NFL players, NBA players too, they're all really known for one thing. Like what I said about Mahomes, Barkley, Josh Allen, Lamar, is that they're all kind of known for the thing I was talking about. So whatever you're naturally good at, keep on refining that, keep on getting better at that. Instead of like, it's your strength right now, it can turn into a superpower. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying neglect your weaknesses, because we need to strengthen our weaknesses, but make your strength a superpower. And this fifth thing you can do about becoming a better football player right now is to take your health seriously. A lot of people that I deal with don't really eat the right foods, and they wonder why that they're not getting any better. They're still skinny, or they're still fat. They just don't take care of their body. Some players don't take care of their body. If you're overweight and you need to cut some weight, bro, just go on some more walks. After you eat, go on like a 10 to 20 minute walk. And after you go on walks, just make sure you're eating less calories than you burn. And to find how much calories you need, you can just look up athlete macro calculator. And I think the calculator is Legion Athletics. That's the one I use. And you can just do that. And to find the right amount of calories you need to eat. Or if you're too skinny, don't dirty bulk. Please do not dirty bulk. And dirty bulk, if you don't know what that means, is just stuffing your face with food as an excuse to eat more and saying that you're bulking, but you're really just eating anything that's in your way. I learned this from firsthand, is to not dirty bulk, because putting on weight for me is way easier than taking off weight. And you could be different. You could be watching this and be the complete opposite way, that putting on weight is super hard, but you can't lose weight. You got to know your body, got to know your health, and take your health very seriously. Do not starve yourself. Do not starve yourself of carbs. You need carbs to be athletic on the field, to be as fast as you can, to jump as high as you can, to make the quick cuts, to make the instinctive cuts on the field. You need your carbs for that. Make sure every decision that you make throughout your day, whether it's your food, whether it's the people you hang around, whether it's the YouTube videos you watch, anything, the way you walk, make sure it's making you a more disciplined athlete. Anything you do throughout the day, you can make it towards it's making you a better football player. Instead of drinking this grape juice, I'm gonna drink my water, and I'm gonna drink a gallon of water throughout the day. Instead of watching and scrolling on my phone on just looking for funny clips while I'm eating, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna watch a film breakdown of my favorite player when I'm eating. Little things like that. Make sure you're doing things throughout the day that'll make you a better football player. And ask yourself if it really will make you a better football player and what you can do better. And so if you're still watching right now, I can really tell that you want to be the best football player you can possibly be. Luckily for you, in the description of this video, I have a community where you can reach out to many like-minded football players like yourself, and you can interact with them. You can learn how they're getting better. You can learn how they're developing on the field. And you can also, in those communities, you can take courses that I've made from my personal experience and from the things I have learned on how to reprogram your mindset for success, how to become an unguardable wide receiver like I am. You can learn how to get off press the right way, how to run routes the right way in that course. Like a D1 wide receiver, you can learn that in that course. And you can learn how to become aesthetic and athletic, which means getting super athletic and looking good at the same time. And these are all things I've taught myself, and now I'm teaching you how to do these things. So you can learn these things and interact with people like you, and you can interact with me. I'm gonna be in that community, and I'm helping everybody out that's in there. So go check that out, man. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of what I'm offering you, because it'll make you a way better football player. Now I know that you want to be the best football player on the field. Here's a video talking about how you can be the best football player on the field.